G'day everyone and welcome back to Derriere Farms with me, Farmer Jay. Today we are going to be talking about the latest patch or patches that came out for Farming Simulator in the last week. I say patches because a new patch dropped today that was designed as a hotfix to fix an issue that was created by last week's patch, 1.7. So today's patch was 1.7.01. Now, just for the record, I know it's been a week since patch 1.7 dropped, but I am no longer doing patch videos on the day that patches drop. Why? Simple answer, it takes about a week for people to figure out and find all the bugs that the new patch creates. So, rather than do a video that just talks about the changelog and what it's supposed to have fixed, I figured we would now wait a week and we will talk about what does patch X break and what does it fix. So in the case of last week's patch, and the reason for today's hotfix was last week's patch broke custom shaders. So today's hotfix is designed to fix that. Now, outside of that, it seems to have created a new problem. I don't know. I don't have a dedicated server yet. But I have seen in the forums a few people complaining that the new patch 1.7.01 has broken access to their G-Portal servers for multiplayer games. Why? Because patch 1.7.01 is only client-side and the server is still running patch 1.7. I know it's all technical jargon, but I guess the servers are now having trouble matching up with the game's patch number. There was a post in the Giants forum saying working as intended. It was never, patch 1.7.01 was never intended to go on the G-Portal or multiplayer servers because the custom shaders are client-side and don't affect anything to do with the server. But that's not what I'm reading in the forums. Anyway. Right, so other things that got broken in last week's patch that are known issues are some Logitech wheels, i.e. the G29, are no longer working properly on the PlayStation 4 and cause the camera to spin constantly. Next, we have the Demolish button not accessible with the controller/keyboard. The way that's phrased, I'm not sure. I don't use a controller, I use a keyboard and mouse. And I have no problem accessing the Demolish button. 076, I was almost calling him 086. 076 Gaming offered up a solution in the forums saying you actually have to go for it to work through your landscaping tab. I'm guessing there was a shortcut with the controller that's no longer working. With my mouse/keyboard, I've always had to go through the landscaping tab, and yes, it's still available to me. So hopefully that little tip helps a few people out. The next item that is fixed/not fixed is contracts. Giant says contracts are working again. There have been improvements made. From what I have seen in the forums, for the most part, contracts seem to be working again. However, a few people have reported that when doing harvest contracts, they are not getting enough crop to complete their contract. This was a bug before they tried to fix contracts, and it seems to be persistent. Not a lot of people have reported it, so it might be save game specific. And like I said, for me, contracts are actually working, and I've tried a few, and so far so good. So that issue seems to have resolved itself. Alright, so let's talk about the rest of the patch, 1.7. Giants have adjusted the displayed working width of the Grimy Evo 290 and the Ropa Keller 2 to actually reflect what the working width is. They have increased the Grimy Evo 290. Its capacity is now 12 cubic meters. They have fixed the bunker position of the Evo 290 in work mode, again cosmetic. Improved interior coloring of John Deere vehicles. Well, I haven't noticed that. But then again, I just upgraded my video drivers and everything else is looking pretty good. So I just assumed it was a video driver upgrade. Fixed detacher joint on Quickie Q3M. Fixed yield increase on forage harvesters with silage additives. I didn't know that was a problem, so are we going to get more forage out of a harvester than we do with a loading wagon? I don't know. I will have to test that, and I will get back to you on that. Lime heaps tipped onto the ground can now be steeper. Okay, so we can have bigger lime heaps. Fixed license plate light visibility while no license plate has been configured on some vehicles. Again, I'm not sure about that one. I never had an issue, but I'm guessing that means that some people were having license plates appear when they had them turned off. I'm not sure. I don't even remember reading about that in the forums. Fixed AI with turn cabin on Classirian 5000. Not sure what that one means. And fixed Xarian configuration in baling contracts. And moving right along to new additions, they have added a Classliner 4900 business. This is, I believe, found under windrowers. There it is, the 4900 business. It's a 15-meter working width windrower, which only requires 115 horsepower. So it's a little bit larger than the Kuhn that was in the game before. And it's a little bit lighter too. Second to last, the Classirian 5000 now has an anniversary edition. I'm not sure what that is. I don't tend to play with it. Okay. So it's just a new texture. Nothing major. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Okay, I can live with that. And the final new addition that they have listed for the game is the Fent / Massey Ferguson Ideal My 23 updates. I have no idea what that means because it doesn't explain anything. It just says updates. And looking at the combine itself, Ideal Paralevel and the Ideal itself, I don't see anything that has changed, but these are not really combines I use a lot, so I could be missing something. Okay, that's pretty much it for the patch notes. Right, so the big question on everyone's mind is regarding the pallet limit that everyone is still frustrated about. I think that's here to stay whether we like it or not. I don't think Giants is going to re-examine it anymore. We're stuck with a limit of X number of pallets. Not mentioned anywhere, and nobody's complaining about it in the forum, so I think for the most part the community has accepted the fact that Giants is not going to budge on this one. Final point, if you are having problems with contracts not completing, And even if you're not having problems with contracts not completing, everything's working fine for you, there is one mod I would still recommend. And I'm going to go into my contracts. And it is the Better Contracts mod, available on ModHub. Sadly, it is a script mod, so it's only available for PCs. But it does allow you to turn details on and off about the contract you're doing. So it's going to give you a rough breakdown of what's going on in terms of max width height, estimated time to do the contract. You must deliver it, and it'll tell you how much crop you need to deliver. You can keep 3,800. Tells you the price, profit from the harvest, and profit per minute that you're going to make doing the harvest. So it gives you a couple of neat extra features. The other thing, I had this installed before the the patch, and it fixed the contract issue in the first place. I tested the contracts and I reinstalled it. It does seem to make contracts stay available a little bit longer. So it is definitely a download that I would recommend PC users or Mac users get. I'm really enjoying it on my other map that I just started. So go ahead and download that. And that's pretty much it for our look at patch 1.7. Patch 1.701. Let me know if it has created any bugs for you in the comments, or if things are working a little bit better. I thank you for watching, and as always, please, if you're not subscribed to the channel, remember to do so. I do make videos on a regular basis when I can. On that note, have a great day. Take care, Jay.